Sorry, I'm back now. Basically, recap this. My dogs were working. I had to go get it. I missed it, but they're picking fifth overall, and they picked Jake Sanderson. They had picked Stutzel earlier today. So, well, and at third, first overall was Lafreniere. We all knew that was going to happen. There's no doubt that he was going to be, picked there. Then second overall was Byfield, the LA Kings. Third overall was Stutzel. Then they went with.
He is, quote, a savage defender. He eats people up. Maybe a few years before he's eating people up in the NHL. But who's his NHL comparison, Craig?
Well, I compare him to Josh Morrissey. Josh Morrissey, an exceptional skater and really competitive. They don't see very much space, if any at all.
Yes, Sanderson.
Get on you and get into your space and prevent you from doing what you want to do.
Lucas Raymond was the Red Wings pick. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot sometimes. My team, the Buffalo Sabres, picks 8th. I hope that they get somebody. This is a really deep draft, so chances that are really good. One guy that's on the board that I think should have gone here is Jamie Drysdale. He may be undersized, but man, that dude is good at scoring. So he has that going for him. I have to think maybe he's gonna be going this next pick to Anaheim. I don't see him slipping past 7th overall, maybe max. This is a really deep draft, so I really hope that all these guys, turn out. Maybe some of them are going to be busts. You don't know at this point, but I really hope that they all have really prosperous and great careers. There's really no excuse if they don't.
To become the first player from Montana to play in NHL.
Played minor hockey in Calgary, Alberta, as Greg would correctly point out.
I'm hoping that the pick comes in. We've got 3 minutes in the clock still. I'm getting happy at you. Oh my god, again. Okay, I'm back. Dawson Mercer. Sorry. I'm back. You can probably hear it in the background. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I apologize for that a lot.
He's also got a subtlety to his defending, like Scott Niedermayer did. So he's not only savage physically, he can be savage.
Just gotta wait for them though.
And you don't even realize it's off your stick until he's going the other way.
I think this is gonna be Drysdale though. I think that there's no way this is not Drysdale.
Very, very competitive and skilled.
Hendrix Lapierre, I think that he could turn out really good. He's had some injury problems in the past, but I think that with the right team in the right sense, the right coach in the right sense of what he can do, he can be a really serviceable, really great player. Jack Quinn, another guy that I think is going to do really well in the NHL. Lundell, definitely another guy. So, like I said, this is a really deep draft. Prey, Rossi. I thought Rossi might have gone number 2 earlier in the season, but he kind of slipped down here. So, there could be a really good steal for the.
Drysdale would be the logical pick here because I do believe that Anaheim was much more predisposed to take a defenseman than a forward.
I think that Rossi could be a good pick for Buffalo. He can drop that far.
Ducks on the clock, time is ticking down. First round,
Picks
they
in
have
now.
2 selections. They won later at 27, but their pick here at number 6 is in as we go back to the commission.
Anaheim Ducks Executive Vice President and General Manager Bob Murray will make the 6th selection in the 2020 NHL Draft.
The pick is in.
Do they really have to do this to me, people? I get that you love your fans, but goddamn, this is a lot of people. Even he's not amused.
Sixth pick in the 2020 draft, the Anaheim Ducks are proud to select from the Erie Otters, Jamie Drysdale.
I knew it. I called it. He went right here. Drysdale, very serviceable. I think that he's going to be really good, really serviceable, really great player down the line. I think that there's a good chance he gets in the Hall of Fame, as well as Lafreniere. Lafreniere, I think, is already a shoe-in. If he continues on his path that he's on right now, he's going to be a definite shoe-in. Lafreniere is going 20. Huh? I'm kidding.
The German Tim Stützle to the Senators. We're back with the Devils at number 7.
Devils are 7. Buffalo's not on the clock, but they're next up. No problem, my friend does commercial. What else is there to do?
No annual fee on any card.
Can I offer you a cup of normal when the world is giving you a large not so normal with a swirl of is this really happening? We'll keep making the coffee. You keep running. Coffee is just the way you like it. Order ahead on the app. America runs on Dunkin'. I can't believe it.
Wow. Our new house is haunted by Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Hey, Jill. Hey, Kurt. Movies? I'll get snacks. No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on our car insurance at Geico. I got snacks. Ooh, I got popcorn, I got caramel corn, I got kettle corn. Wait. Am I calling too loud?
Believe it, Geico could save you 50% or more on car insurance.
I love commercials.
Today's the day to get to your Toyota dealer. But hurry, these powerful hybrids are going fast. Toyota, let's go places.
For $5, you could upgrade to the sparkly sprinkle pack on Cupcake Conquest. Or you could upgrade to all this. 2 crunchy tacos and a medium drink. Plus, the beef and cheesy layers of the $5 grande stacker bites. Only at Taco Bell. Discover. Accepted at 99% of places in the U.S.
Of the NHL.
Top 6 big summer New Jersey Devils are on 5% across the river with the top overall selection. It was the New York Rangers selecting Alexei Lafreniere. Just a few moments ago, with Jamie Rich.
Alexei, congratulations. The speculation is over, and you are now a member of the New York Rangers franchise. What was it like to hear your name as the first overall pick of this year's draft?
It's a big honor for me. Obviously, the Rangers, New York Rangers is a big organization with a lot of history and a lot of great players. So for me, it's a big honor, and I'm really excited to join this team.
You become the first Quebecois player to be drafted first overall since 2003. What do you think it means to the Quebec community, the hockey community overall, to have a Quebecois player drafted first overall?
I think it means a lot. It means a lot to me. Just being able to represent the Quebec City, I think it's something really special for me, and I'm really excited to keep going and to try to make that proud again.
I know this night was totally different from how you probably imagined draft night when you were a kid, but what will you remember most about tonight?
I think just throwing on a Rangers jersey, it's pretty amazing. Growing up, you dream of being drafted in the NHL. Just being able to have an NHL jersey, especially New York jersey, it's really unreal for me.
Congratulations, Alexei. Can't wait to see you on the ice.
Thank you.
I love Alexei's personality. He's very humble in that interview. That was a great interview. Speaking of coaching, what do you guys think all the free agent coaches that are out there from the NHL season are going to end up like? What do you think, Hancock, or how do you think? And where do you think Laviolette is going to end up? Is this a really good?
They're looking for goal scoring leaders. Now, could that be Perfetti, who plays center and wing? That could be. Could that also be Holtz, the Swedish winger, who's played in the Swedish men's league for the last couple of years? And Jack Quinn from the Ottawa 67 is another scoring winger on the board. Paul Castro is going to help Tommy Fitzgerald make this call. He's a chief scout. And I would say
New Jersey Devils general manager Tom Fitzgerald will make the 7th selection in the 2020 NHL draft.
The New Jersey Devils are proud to select from Djurgården right winger Alexander Holtz.
So cheers, it comes there. Alexander Holtz. Let's go with this Swedish forward actually in the first round. This year we already had 2.
Holtz went. Alexander Holtz is now a New Jersey Devil. Pretty cool. That's another Swedish guy off the board. I don't really have that many comments on him other than second Swedish guy taken in the first round. Sweden, some really good hockey players. Now he's being compared to Philip Forsberg. That's some great guys to be compared to. Guys like that. That's some really good company to be compared to. Ooh, NHL news wise, Dylan has re-signed with the Capitals for 4 years and $15.6 million. That's a good signing, and I think they just didn't miss that too, or at least prior to the draft. That Washington has a good team and locked up. Of course, I believe he was traded there by the Sharks earlier in the season. I believe the trade deadline is when they got him, and he's a very solid player, very solid defensively. I can't speak really on him offensively. I haven't really seen him play, but things I hear is he's really good defensively.
Money in the bank, playing with those great centers like Heishier and Jack Hughes, and that's the kind of thing the New Jersey Devils are looking in terms of trying to construct their team. This is the guy who played in the Swedish league against men last year.
Buffalo is now on the clock. Again, Hendrix Lapierre. He's the guy I'm looking for. Rossi, guy I'm looking for. Jack Quinn, Lindell, guys I'm looking for. There's a lot of really good guys that are still on the board that have not been taken yet, sadly. But I wish that they would be, kind of taken soon. I think Hendrix could turn out to be a really, really good player if the team gives him the chance, with the right system, with the right coach. I think that he could really prosper. Hendrix Lapierre. I got him in NHL 20 this year, and he turned out pretty well. Of course, that's just a video game, but I expect it to kind of, parallel into real life here. That's the kind of player he is. And I'm sorry for the bad quality as well. I know it's really bad quality video right now. I'm really sorry.
Buffalo Sabres now on the clock. 3 minutes left for them to make their selection at number 8. They come out and said Jack Eichel is not going anywhere.
I already knew that. Jack Eichel. Who are you going to trade him for? He's a good player. He's kind of McDavid level, at least in my mind. He's definitely a franchise player. He is essentially the freaking Sabres. He is essentially the Buffalo Sabres.
There was maybe a little bit closer than some of the others. Telling you that they ain't scoring from the ranks, and I don't think that Jack Quinn of the Ottawa 67 to somebody that they're thinking about.
Jack Quinn. Okay, cool.
It's a pure sniper.
I believe that his brother is, you know, one of the, is with the Quinn brothers.
He's a late warmer.
So yeah.
He played tier 2 junior. He played till he played major. He's a guy that I think is somebody that Buffalo has on the line.
Jack Quinn. Okay, cool. He played 52 games, getting those goals in the OHL. That's a really good sign in a player. They're able to produce like that.
Back in 2007, Frank, where do you think the Sabres go? Well, they have to get some wing support that can score goals. Jack Eichel and Dylan Cousins, who was their first round draft pick last year, who's coming, who I believe is ready to play in the National Hockey League. They're both right shot centers. And when you're trying to take advantage of that strength at the middle of the ice, you need wingers. Just like the New Jersey Devils, you need wingers that can score. Cole Petty is a tremendous fit to me as a left winger playing with smart centermen like Eichel and Cousins. You know, Jack Quinn is a goal scorer. He's the best goal scorer in the draft. It'll be interesting what they need to do. And I think the type of player they need is clear. What's become obvious here right now is with Cole Petty, not a big player, not small, necessarily small, but 5'10", 5'11", perhaps. You've got Marco Rossi, 5'9", from the Ottawa 67. And both of these guys right now are still very much on the board. They're both offensive threats that can complement the players that the Buffalo Sabres have. But what Pierre was talking about, a lot of people believe that Jack Quinn might be the premier goal scorer in this draft. Now, Cole Petty might want to argue with that somewhere along the line, but there's a lot of other things we'll be watching here in the weeks and months to come. I mentioned Eichel before. He said, man, I'm losing, I'm fed up, I'm frustrated, I'm a competitor. I want to win every time I go out on the ice. I want to win Stanley Cup every time I start this season. We saw first time June make the pick at number 7. We're going to see another make the pick at number 1. They'll get his first pick with the Wild. Now here, big game with the Sabres. Adams gets to make his first big match as GM as we go back to the commission.
The 8th selection in the 2020 NHL draft will be made by Buffalo Sabres General Manager Kevin Adams.
We would first like to congratulate the Tampa Bay Lightning on their Stanley Cup championship, and also say thank you to everyone in the National Hockey League for all the great work they did under challenging circumstances. The Buffalo Sabres are proud to announce from the Ottawa 67s and
Yep, Jack Quinn.
Jack Quinn.
Jack Quinn was just taken.
So wait for their
It's overall Jack Quinn. I think that's a good play. Not play. Yeah. Good pick. I believe that it could be the right move in, you know, getting this team to a contending team.
52 goals in 62 games.
I have to have an Ottawa 67 that I can probably put on right now.
More goals in OHL last year. So this guy is a legit goal scorer. More importantly, for Greg Vaughn, is his first
Fresh of the night. Really, they had to do that. Okay, Quinn's being compared to Vincent Pastrnak. That's a really good guy to be compared to. Noah Hoffenmeyer. Great shot. Great, powerful shot. I don't know how he hasn't signed it into a contract now yet. I don't think he has, but he definitely should. I believe that Arizona has his rights. Sadly, they haven't signed him yet, but I believe that should be coming sometime soon.
In the Ottawa area, he's very much a late bloomer, somebody that didn't come into the OHL immediately and light it up on a very good Ottawa 67 team. A couple of years ago, he played more of a depth role on a really strong team. It was just 1 year that he really blossomed. So a lot of us got to look at him and say, is this the real deal or is it full gold? It's not full gold. We know that he can score the goal, the 52 that he had over the course of the
Ooh, I love that jacket.
This year. So what a difference that 1 year has made in the Buffalo Sabres with a new scouting staff in place. Jeremiah Pro hang up as their amateur scout under fans
across the state of hockey in Minnesota.
Okay.
As,
Let me get this back on. We're up for a second. Minnesota's now picking.
Now proud to select with the 9th pick in the 2020.
I don't think there's any way Rossi doesn't go here.
67, the OHL, Marco Rossi.
I knew it, Marco Rossi. Very good player, very solid player for the Wild ad. They have some cap trouble, and having a player of this caliber on that entry-level contract for the next 3 years definitely helps them to become more competitive and stay under that cap. So I have to stay on that. Okay, so let's talk about Rossi and undersized players for a minute, because I really want to say this. I myself am undersized. I'm a 19-year-old guy, and I'm only 5'8". That makes me undersized. Most guys are around 6'1", I believe. So I'm undersized. But when you look at teams, they normally kind of shy away and are scared to put those undersized guys. I don't see a reason why they should be scared to do that. Just look at guys like Braden Point. And I think Rossi here is going to be another really good example of this, because he's always been really good. 6'7" all the years he was with them, and he always, put in that effort even when he was in Sweden or Austria, wherever he was for. So Winnipeg now is picking. I think maybe they're going to get Perfetti. He was the 5th ranked center or forward in this year's draft, and he's still on the board at number 10. He fell 5 picks. So I can't see him not being taken here. If he falls anything from here, it's going to be an absolute steal. And I think Perfetti could also be a really good replacement to Laine. They're shopping them around now, so now they can afford to be like, yo, we have a good replacement, and just shop them around for somebody. And I think they're serious. They're going to trade him. If not this offseason, they're going to trade him in the regular season. So they're now, now that I talk about looking Laine, they're kind of doing that to him. They're comparing him to Laine. I think that's pretty freaking funny. And I just talked about the guy that they just picked there. Or is it Perfetti? I think that Perfetti is who they're comparing to.
Is Cole Perfetti, and I've got to believe the Winnipeg Jets are dancing at the opportunity of maybe getting a guy that could be an elite offensive player. So I'll be curious to see if they jump on him here, whether the size factor is scaring teams off. But I can't imagine Cole Perfetti not going in the top 10 in this draft.
He's in, and Perfetti's name is highlighted, so I think he's the one being taken here. That's an all-realization. Winnipeg would be missing a chance to get an elite, if not franchise-changing player here. So, again, this draft is really deep. Guys like Brandon Schneider, Hendrix Lapia, King Guile, Adam Lundell, Perfetti, Askarov, they're still on the board. Amarov, Jarvis, they're all on the board still. That tells you how deep this draft is. I think that Lapierre would be a top 5 pick in any regular draft. But since this is so deep, he's kind of fallen a little bit. You can see I'm pretty high on Lapierre.
This coming season marks our 10th year in the history of our franchise in Winnipeg. And tonight, we make the 10th overall selection. I would like to invite Crystal Howardchuk, wife of Dale Howardchuk, the greatest number 10 in Winnipeg Jets history, to make our selection. Crystal?
Thank you. But first, our family would like to thank the Winnipeg Jets and all of Dale's loyal fans and friends for their love and support through his very tough fight of stomach cancer. He was a great hockey player and a very special man. I want you to know that he loved Winnipeg and always felt a special connection to the people of Manitoba. We both consider Winnipeg our home. Your love and support meant so much to him. Thank you. Now I am thrilled to announce with the 10th selection in the 2020 NHL Draft, the Winnipeg Jets select from Saginaw Spirit.
Perfetti just got picked. Oh, yeah, definite steal for Winnipeg. He's definitely an elite player. I think that translates well into the NHL. He's no, he's no,
One of the things that stands out, Fred, will probably back me on this. His hockey sense is off the charts. He might be one of the players in this draft. He makes things happen because of his hockey sense. It really does. And I'm not backing him here. I think his hockey sense is better than you give him credit for. On a 5 scale, I give him a 6 out of 5. He reminds me so much of Martin. And his ability to make the play as needed and necessary at any particular moment in time. Not a lot of flash and dash to Bill Perfetti, but I know this. He finds ways to be.
Perfetti just taking off, and he's being compared to Panarin. That's a really good player to be compared to. It says that his traits are the hockey IQ off the charts, chess master, 2-3 moves ahead, and he scores in multiple ways. That third one, I think, is the most important one. That he just went to Winnipeg. Again, a great steal, great player.
And keep this graphic up here because I want to go to, we talked about the World Juniors being a launching pad for a lot of these young men's careers. In some ways, for Bill Perfetti, it absolutely was because the chip on his shoulder just got larger and larger.
Well, just look at those numbers before getting cut from the World Junior Camp and after. And he turned his season around and really went on a run. And I've got to believe that he ranked to potentially go in the top 5 in this draft and then not going until number 10 and sitting through all those picks. I'm sure he thought he might be going to
Vanier, that's what I was looking for. Sorry. I'm tired.
And the ties with Detroit. Those Chris Drake were extremely well. Chris Drake was best friend.
Will make the 11th selection.
Okay, so Nashville's up, and the pick is in.
Thank you, Gary. The Nashville Predators are very excited to have the 11th pick in this draft, and we're also very excited to have a special person to present our selection. It is
President of Hockey Operations.
Where is the best defense in the National Hockey League? Or Roman, if you're doing
Roman Josi is the one. Nice.
With the 11th pick in the 2020 NHL draft, Nashville Predators are proud to select from St. Petersburg, Yaroslav Askarov.
Yep, they took the goalie, Askarov, there. It's a good selection. He's a solid goaltender, but anytime you draft a goaltender in the first round, there's going to be a little bit of risk to it. I got a chance to watch this dude play, but Byzantine, and you might want to think that this may also be that they're hoping it's not a repeat of. I got to watch this guy play too, Chet Pickard. I got to watch him play for 2 years in a row, and he was a really good player in the ECHL. His AHL and NHL didn't really pan out. I believe he was 9th overall. So there's a lot of expectations on him, and he just never really delivered. And now Askarov being compared to goaltender Carey Price, another really good company goaltender to be in. Here's his traits. He's played exceptionally well, explosive quickness, and closes down the net with his size. Having a good size goaltender is always really good. So hopefully this guy pans out. I'm rooting for every single player in this draft to pan out really well for their teams. Of course, some of them will be bust, some of them will just not pan out. Some of the late round picks probably won't even get signed. But, there's always, and he's a right-handed goaltender, by the way. He's #1 European. He's played in the BHL and KHL in Russia today. And he gets 1 overall to the Nashville Predators. Now on the clock is the Florida Panthers.
Go work in Finland. Mike Eves being one of them.
All right, we're keying in on a guy here. Let's see if it's Anton Mundell. The pick is in.
Okay, so the Florida pick is in.
The general manager of the Florida Panthers will make the 12th selection in the 2020 NHL draft. On behalf of the Florida Panthers, I'd first like to thank our fans for their support during these difficult times. The Panthers would like to select from IFK Helsinki, centerman Anton Lundell.
Anton Lundell just got taken to the Florida Panthers, 12th overall. Okay, so now he has somebody to compliment Barkov and all those guys in the Florida Panthers system, and I think that this is a really good pick. It just makes them better, and it allows them, again, to stay under the cap because they have better players in there. So Carolina is now on the clock, I believe. They're up next. So yeah, there's that.
Selection in the 2020
Okay, Hurricanes are up. Pick is in.
will be made by Carolina Hurricanes president and general manager Don Waddell.
Carolina Hurricanes are proud to select the Portland Winterhawks, Seth Jarvis.
Seth Jarvis, taken right here. Center, first round, 13th overall by the Carolina Hurricanes. I believe are getting a really good WHL guy in this. He's from Winnipeg, Manitoba. His team was the Blackhawks in WHL. I think that he could turn out to be a really, really good, solid pick for them at 13th overall. Oilers are up now. Pick's not in, but there's about 50 seconds left before they have to have it in.
This event suggested that he would be very surprised if he took a defenseman. That they've got a lot of defensemen in the pipeline.
They do have a lot of defensemen in the pipeline. I do agree with that. They don't want to take a defenseman now. Maybe Mercer or Lapierre now. Holloway could, I guess, go too. Reichel, I think that Mercer has to go, or Lapierre. Lapierre, I feel like should be going really soon.
And that's obviously a defenseman that can play a strong two-way game.
Team with the Rockets for 17 goals, 23 seasons with top 2 scores in the league. And Draisaitl and David says that.
The 14th selection in the 2020 NHL draft will be made by Edmonton Oilers president and general manager Ken Holland.
The Edmonton Oilers are proud to select the 14th pick, Dylan Holloway, University of Wisconsin.
Holloway just got taken by the Oilers.
We all wait for the reaction, which is coming in momentarily. I can tell you, last year we didn't see house players selected until round 4.
Holloway went from the University of Wisconsin, the Badgers. His height is 6 foot and his weight is 203. He's Canadian center softball player, so this could be a really good pick. But I think that they should have gone a little bit more. Andre Miller, Alex Cole Caulfield, Dylan Holloway. That's the Badgers in the first round. Back to the point. Yep. Trial is on the clock. Their time expiring. The pig's not in.
But the 15th overall
Marner's stuff for them, of course.
We are proud to select from UFO, the Kinjo, Rodion, and Ross.
Emeroff taken by the Maple Leafs, 15th overall.
Well, he's off to a very good start this season in the
Rudin and Roth are playing from Soviet Russia. He played for Soviet UFO Vacation this past season. He's 6 foot. His weight is 167 pounds. He played in the NHL for Tokyo UFA. He is top 6 net down front lefty. Not down, yeah. Front lefty. They're comparing him to the Horus here. Cool. A good player to be compared to, if I do say so myself. Okay, Tyler feels like he has some good talent. Good rebound, getting. That's good to see. The Maple Leafs having somebody like that, possibly complementing their second line people. Canadians are now on the clock, and I really like this Amarov pick from the KHL in Russia. Okay, so let's take a look at the draft board. Hendrix Lapierre is still up there. He was 15th ranked by NHL scouts. There's 1 minute, 15 seconds left on the clock for Montreal to pick. But there's a lot of guys that they can pick that I feel like maybe fell a little bit. Even they say that Lapierre is a terrific prospect.
This could be a case where they say, hey, we want a little bit of help in a different position. But Hendrix Lapierre, who reminds me in style to Patrice Bergeron.
Lapierre just got compared to Patrice Bergeron. Cool.
Potentially, and so that's some of the games I think about long-term. Whether or not they take Lapierre with this pick, we certainly might want to talk about this situation right now. Montreal Canadiens at 16. Here's the pick. Here's the commission.
Pick is in.
Mark Bergevin, Executive Vice President and General Manager of the Montreal Canadiens, will make the 16th selection in the 2020 NHL Draft.
Thanks, Gary. The Canadian Lions will share this decade. The Montreal Canadiens select from the Western Hockey League Prince Albert Raiders, Caden Gooley.
Caden Gooley just got picked. He's the defenseman. He's the finalist for the CPO's top prospect of the year. Caden Gooley, congratulations. You're now a Canadiens player. I like this pick. That adds your defense. His hometown, Sherwood Park, Alberta. He was the Prince Albert Raiders of the WHL from this year. He is 6'2" and he is 186 pounds. Blackhawks are now on the clock. Okay, on the clock is Chicago Blackhawks right now. I don't see any way that Hendrix Lapierre does not go here, or at least maybe they'll go to a goaltender. But I think Lapierre is going to go in the next two picks, either Chicago or whoever picks after them. I don't know the exact draft order. But Lapierre is a good player. These teams to pass on him because of injury troubles in the past. He played 19 games in 19 or 20 because of an injury. He's had a few concussions, but I believe that he can be a really good player. Lapierre definitely, I think, should go in the next two picks. Let's just wait this out. I'm gonna have to pause it again.
And the question for me is, does he go in the first round, and if so, where and when?
Also, to see back on the bottom line is for me, Frank. If injuries weren't an issue,
Well, I have the time. Please feel free to follow me on my social media. Aflac Awake, which is where this video will be posted, is my YouTube channel. I also have Aflac Awake Gaming. That's my gaming YouTube channel. Follow me. My personal Twitter is nrichards_86. But I also have a YouTube channel Twitter that is at Aflac Awake. Pretty good, right? I have a Discord, which is Water567. I have a YouTube channel, Discord, and also a website. You can find the Discord and everything on the website. Feel free to add me on Discord. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. Water567 first is my personal one, and Aflac_Awake is my YouTube one. The pick is now in. But my Facebook is, you know what, I'm not going to give that one out. I had it. Feel free to like my page though, Aflac Awake again. So feel free to like and follow my social medias. I would really appreciate it.
Blackhawks will be making the 17th selection in the 2020 NHL draft.
Thank you, Jared. Here at the Blackhawks, we believe that what we do off the ice is just as important as what we do on it. We have a special guest joining us today to make our
Special
first choice from Fifth Third Arena here on Chicago's West Side. Please welcome one of the inaugural One West Side grant recipients, Jamal Cannon.
Okay.
Jamal is the founder and executive director of The Block, which is a nonprofit boxing program that uses the love of boxing to provide mentorship and academic support to the youth of Chicago.
With the 17th pick in the 2020 NHL draft, from Ice Bear Berlin, Chicago Blackhawks select
Lucas Reichel just got selected. Left winger, 17th overall to the Chicago Blackhawks. He's from Germany. Lucas Reichel, R-E-I-C-K-E-L. I mean C-H-E-L. Yeah. He played in Berlin and the DEL. He's top 6 two-way wing. His position is a left winger, so probably somebody that they're going to put on that Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taylor's line, maybe. But I think that's a really good pick. He played in Germany's top professional league last season, had 24 points in 42 games. Very solid point totals. He's the youngest player on Team Germany history and for the 2020 World Juniors. I'm just reading what they're putting on there. His father, Martin, is a member of the German Hockey Hall of Fame. Building that resume up. His uncle, Robert Riker, played 830 NHL games from 1990 to 2004. He went 17th overall today. Let's see what he can do. Don't compare him to his father or his uncle. Just compare him to him. New Jersey Devils are next, and I think that Lapierre might be taken with this pick. If not, I think that CBJ definitely has to take him, or maybe Calgary. Definitely, if he falls to CBJ, that's going to be a really good pick for them. I'm also a Blue Jackets fan. I'm in Ohio. I live in Ohio, but the team I like is their affiliates Buffalo, so I automatically like Buffalo more. So I'm going to pause it here until the next. Okay, let's talk about Dawson Mercer. He was projected to go at 13. It's now pick number 18, so he's definitely slid, and he just got compared to Mike Fisher. I actually have a signed puck from Fisher on my little mantle pucks. I have a lot of pucks, not all of them signed, but I guess maybe they take Mercer. He's a star, so he's right winger. I really want them to take Lapierre because I believe that he's a really good player. He just had a little bit of bad luck this last season, but I think they're going to take Mercer here. They may surprise us and take like Schneider, Burke, Zarel, Craig, however you say it. I'm sorry if I butchered that. But they also have a pick at number 20, so maybe they wait and hope Calgary doesn't take Lapierre and they get both Mercer and Lapierre. And Zen.
Will be made by New Jersey Devils general manager Tom Fitzgerald.
Tom Fitzgerald makes the pick.
New Jersey Devils are proud to select from Chicago center Dawson Mercer.
Dawson Mercer just got taken.
So Dawson Mercer just
So maybe they're hoping they can get Lapierre at, number 20 overall. But I'm not completely sure about if they can, because I think maybe Calgary might take him here. Up next, Dawson Mercer's height is 6', his weight is 180 pounds. It's center / right wing. He is a 7th player from Newfoundland and drafted in the first round. Models is 2 game after the first round. Here's the Michael Bossy Trophy nominee best Kim JHL prospect in 19 to 20. So they have Holt and Mercer, both right wingers. well, Hulk is just where winger, which can play both right wing and center. So they have some really good talent. 18th overall, Dawson Mercer. Congratulations. Okay, so about 35 seconds left on the clock for Calgary. Lafayette, I think, is a good can go here. If not, defense end Brendan Schneider. Lafayette is the center, Schneider is the defenseman. So if they were going to pick based on if they need forward or defenseman, those two guys, I think that's where they would be going. Best available right now is Lafayette. As I said before, he was pretty good, 15th overall. To that looks like Toronto's supposed to be 15th overall. 10 seconds left. Yeah.
I'd like to announce a trade.
There it is, a trade.
The Calgary Flames are trading pick number 19 in this year's draft, the 2020 draft, to the New York Rangers for selections number 22 and 72 in this year's draft, the 2020
Okay,
draft.
so Calgary now has 22 and 72. Rangers now have pick number 19.
For selections 22 and 72 and the 2020 draft. As a result, New York Rangers, you're now.
Okay, Rangers are now on the clock again. Okay, picks no one.
Jeff Gordon, with the second.
Rangers are one picking. They traded with Calgary.
With the 19th pick from Brandon Weekins, the New York Rangers select Braden Schneider.
Brendan Schneider taken 19th overall by the New York Rangers. First round, 19th overall. He's a defenseman, so that's off the board now. Hendricks Lafayette still on the board. He was predicted to go 15th. Now we're at pick 20. Still hasn't gone yet. I think maybe the Devils are hoping that they didn't take him at 19, and they didn't. So maybe they can get a steal player here. Maybe he has to play in the AHL for a few years before he gets a chance, but he's definitely a steal of a player. I'm hoping he gets taken. Kind of feel bad for the guy that drops this much. You drop a couple picks, not a big deal, but if you're dropping 5 picks, that's kind of a long time to wait from when you're supposed to be going. Okay, here's some Brandon Weekins. He turned 19 in September 20th, made WHL debut at 15 years old. He lost his game after Shea Weber. Pretty good guy to follow your game after. He can definitely score based on those highlights. He has a good wrist shot. That's what he was showing a lot of his wrist shot, but I believe that he has a good slap shot as well. Good picks for the Rangers, adding to their defense and trying to get their core good and ready. So the Devils are now on the clock. Okay, about 10 seconds left on the clock for the Devils. I think maybe they're taking Lafayette now. The Blue Jackets get him and they don't pick him. I'm going to be severely disappointed in them because Lafayette has a lot of talent. It's just the injury history. He was supposed to go 15th. It's now 20th. If he falls to 21 and they don't pick him, it's just bad scouting.
NHL draft will be made by New Jersey Devils general manager Tom Fitzgerald.
Tom Fitzgerald making this one.
The New Jersey Devils are proud to select from Ufa defenseman Shakir Mukamadou.
They go defense here. So even more sliding around. Shakir Mukamadou. I have no idea how to say that. He's from Russia. He's a defenseman. He was top USA in the NHL. He was top end 3 years. Number 4, 2A left defenseman. I'm guessing he's left-handed because they had to suicide the left part. Made KHL debut was in 2019. He is 6'3", weighs 178 pounds, 6 points in 12 games this season in the KHL as an 18-year-old. Good. You have number 85 there. Okay, good. So maybe I'll get 86 if 85 is already taken. I think 86 is already taken, but 85 may not be. I'm not completely sure. I don't know the double numbers. But 20th overall, they take a defenseman. Played over 75 games of international play with Team Russia. He won the gold medal with Russia at 2019. He did Gretz picked up. So I think that's the last of the Devils picks. Again, LaPierre slides more. You got to feel for the dude. The Blue Jackets don't take him because he's been putting in their hands pretty much all night. Okay, Blue Jackets pick is in. This isn't LaPierre. It's just going to be bad drafting. There's no excuse for not picking him at this point. I'm bored. Just waiting here. But the Jackets pick is in. I think that they have to at this point. Hendricks Lapierre, just more sliding. He's supposed to go 15. It's now pick number 21. That's 6 picks he slid down. This may be a Aaron Rodgers situation of the NHL. Domi, they acquired him earlier this year. And they got a third-round pick in Domi for Josh Anderson. I might be doing a video on that trade a little bit later today. But LaPierre's still on the board. That's a big problem in my book. Big problem.
Yeah, I clearly see Max Domi as a second-line center, and that opportunity vanished with the emergence of Nick Suzuki and Jesperi Kotkaniemi in Montreal. So as Bear points out,
So if they don't pick him here, it's just bad. Just what the fuck are you doing? Kind of bad. I'm sorry for cursing there. I don't try and curse. I try and be more professional than that, but it's just really bad that you're letting a guy like that sit down just because of injuries. He's probably medically clear. He played 19 games this year, so you have enough scouting on him if you've scouted him at least 3 games to know that he can definitely get the job done when he's good. So if he doesn't go here, when do you guys think he's gonna go? If he doesn't go in the first round, when is he gonna go? If he goes undrafted, I'm gonna just quit watching the NHL. It's literally no.
Columbus at 21. We talked about the trade. Now their newest player in their organization.
The 21st selection in the 2020 will be made by Columbus Blue Jackets General Manager Jarmo Kekalainen.
The Columbus Blue Jackets approach select from Avangard Omsk of the Continental Hockey League.
Again, no LaPierre.
Chinakov.
They went Russia. LaPierre going down.
He's a goal scorer, and he knows his way around the offensive zone. You know, Bob just talked about players that benefited from playing. Well, Chinakov is that player that benefited from playing in the KHL earlier this year. But if you go back and watch what he did in the NHL
so yeah, let me get a second to say his name right here. Then I'll give you everything about him. Yegor Kuznetsov. I have no idea how to say that. I'm really sorry that Richard isn't here and you're a big fan of him. Columbus takes him at 21. I don't know a lot about him, so let's go up here. So Flames are on the clock up next. So, okay, time's up for Calgary. They still haven't picked, and it says on the clock. Did they trade again?
Pick 21, because we go first here on draft coverage on NBC with Art Rory.
That's right. Chinakov went to the Columbus Blue Jackets, and he was the 30th player on NHL Central Scouting's European list. That's well down. But for the first time since we've been doing the draft and using our rankings here on NBC, he wasn't in our top 93. Now, that doesn't make him a bad pick. I firmly believe that if you like somebody, you just take them and you don't worry about what the other teams are thinking about. And obviously, Jarmo Kekalainen, who's got a very good sterling draft record for finding talent, was more than happy to jump up and take Chinakov in the first round, 21st overall. But as I said, I had to quickly scanned our top 93 and our 7 honorable mentions to round out to 100, and he wasn't there. Of the 10 scouts we surveyed, National Hockey League scouts we surveyed to get these rankings, one of the 10 players had him as a second-round pick. Nobody had him in the first.
Yeah, I mean, Liam, I've been watching him.
Sure, they reached. They see Columbus is saying they reached. He wasn't even in the fucking first round. He was supposed to be in the second round, not third round.
He was clearly on the radar, and the benefit of these players.
Yes, I gotta say, because Hendricks is still there, and you take the guy that was at 30.
Unlike the scouts who were up in Chicoutimi on Friday and Saturday at the beginning
Just kind of embarrassing.
Sunday, they're not able, the key decision makers weren't able to go to Russia. But watching the games, and I had that opportunity to do it, you could see that he had clearly progressed in his game. And Jarmo Kekalainen, clearly happy and satisfied that he was a player that
Kekalainen. That's a hard thing to say. They have to say it a lot tonight to maybe get it right.
Down and then take them later. As for Calgary's situation, let's get some clarity here from the commissioner.
We have a trade to announce.
And they traded it again.
Flames are trading the 22nd selection in the 2020 draft to the Washington Capitals.
Washington.
Selections number 24 and 80.
So no, they have 24 and 80. So basically, I think they have 79, right? So they have two picks right after each other.
Trades 22 to Washington for 24.
There's obviously somebody that they want in that third round. I believe that 80 and 70s. That 70s and 80s are third round. So there's obviously something that they see in there that they really want. There's no doubt in my mind that they see something that they want.
Biz, what are you even doing here? The skills competition. This is going to be.
It's kind of infuriating. Okay, Washington now has this pick. Maybe Hendricks. Maybe they're going up for him.
Washington Capitals executive vice president and general manager.
So Ovechkin, Backstrom, some pretty good company over there for this guy to be playing with. Carlson. There it is. Hendricks Lapierre, finally off the board. He slid 7 different picks. No, yeah, he slid 7 different picks, and now he finally goes. I am really happy for Hendricks. Yes, I believe that this pick is going to work out in spades for them. Yes, he has injury history. Yes, he played only 19 games, but he definitely can. He definitely can score. His height is 5'11". His weight is 179. He was the 2018-19 QMJHL Rookie of the Year. I couldn't be happier for Hendricks here. He played 19 games last season due to neck injury, concussion-like symptoms. And he says that it feels so good, and I'll be back stronger than ever next year. So he has that I want to keep going, I want to keep being the best guy I have mentality. He played 5 games for Team Canada in the 2019 Gretzky Cup. But now he's selected in the first. He got selected 22nd overall by Washington in the first round. I'll be back with the next function. Flyers are now on the clock. 35 seconds left before they have to have the pick in. Peter Forsberg, Claude Giroux was Konechny, Couturier. Some good first-round draft picks that they've gotten in the past. Could they do the same thing here? Get a steal in the late rounds? Jacob Peralt, maybe. He can bring some right-wing presence to them. Maybe they go Zay. They could go either way here. But Lapierre launched the Caps. That makes me extremely happy.
The most interesting team so far in this draft. Lapierre, Lundqvist, maybe, but right now the Flyers.
Philadelphia Flyers general manager Chuck Fletcher will be making the 23rd selection in the 2020 NHL draft.
This past July, our Philadelphia Flyers scout, Jack McElhargy, passed away after a battle with cancer. Jack made countless contributions to the Flyers over the years as a player, assistant coach, and scout. Today and every day, we miss Jack's insight, wit, and sense of humor. Jack played a big role in the drafting of several players currently within our organization. This draft, we honor and remember Jack
as we select the next class of Flyers prospects. With the 23rd selection, Philadelphia selects from Barry Tyson Foster.
Forster, okay, good. Tyson Forster. Forster goes 23rd overall in the first round to the Philadelphia Flyers. Tyson Forster is a right winger. His hometown is from Austin, Ontario. He was with the Barrie Colts last year. His height is 6'1". His weight is 194 pounds.
When I first watched Tyson Foster play, and the more I watched him play, it just reminded me more and more of Corey Kelly.
He was coached by the late Dale Howardchuk in the last 2 seasons in Barrie. He had 2 separate 13-game point streaks the past season. That's pretty good. Let's see if he can translate that to the NHL at some point in his career. He was the player of the game for Team White at the CHL Prospects game. He is being compared to Corey Perry right now. He had 18 power play goals in 2019 to 20, and that led the OHL. He was the 6 Flyers first round pick since 2017. The Flyers get a good right winger here, good in the power play, I think. Good young guy on that power play, so kind of enforce that power play unit with some young blood. I think this is a really good pick for them. Okay, 50 seconds left before Calgary has to make their pick. Will we see them trade down a 3rd time in a row? They definitely see something in that 3rd round that they want. They've gotten 2 consecutive 3rd round picks traded down their 1st rounder. So there's definitely something that they want there. Let's see who they get and how it turns out in the future. But there's no doubt in my mind they see something they want and they're trading up to get that player. And they want that player. And if he doesn't get taken before, maybe they see 2 guys that they want in that 3rd round. And that's why they're getting extra 3rd round picks. They still have their own, but they have 2 other 3rd round picks. That leads me to believe, okay, something is here. They want something.
Calgary Flames General Manager Brad Treliving will be making the 24th.
And they finally pick a player.
The 2020 NHL Draft.
Thanks, Gary. I'm proud to introduce to make our 2020 selection former Flames captain, former Flames great, and Hockey Hall of Famer Lanny McDonald.
And McDonald, nice. Ooh, and McDonald's age. Yikes. Wasn't expecting that.
It's one of those great memories in a young player's career, and still to this day, it is for me. Now, the draft has certainly changed a lot.
I agree with that. I agree with the fact that it's changed a lot.
But no matter if it's a phone call, a big stage, or today virtual, it's a special day and an honor to pull on an NHL jersey over your head for the first time. I have the privilege tonight to welcome this young man to the Calgary Flames to carry on our traditions and legacy.
I don't want to make this video too long.
Flames Director of Amateur Scouting, Todd Button, to bring the jersey forward. Thank you, Todd. And with this, the 24th selection in the 2020 NHL entry draft, the Calgary Flames select center Connor Zary from the Kamloops.
Connor Zary, taken by the Calgary Flames. Centerman, first round, 24th overall. This is where he got selected. So Calgary Flames, I think they're getting a good Canadian guy. He's from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. His team was the Kamloops Blazers of the WHL. He's a top-end Swiss Army knife. That's always good to have. Every team in any league, in any sport, wants that kind of Swiss Army knife guy. That's great to have. His height is 6 foot. He weighs 194, I believe. He had 86 points, 57 games in 2019-20, 38 goals and 48 assists. He went off then. Then he had blank point. He had 7 points in 7 games with Team Canada in the World Juniors. Then he had a lot of skills and smarts, and I pride myself on my two-way game as his quote that he said. That's always good to have, a guy like that. And he compares himself to Vancouver forward Bo Warbats. Congratulations. You got drafted here. Okay, Colorado is picking now.
Will be made by Colorado Avalanche General Manager Joe Sakic.
Sakic making this pick.
Thank you, Gary. With the 25th pick, the Colorado Avalanche are proud to select from the Halifax Mooseheads, Justin Barron.
Justin Barron. Okay. They take Justin Barron. Barron. In the first round, 25th overall, he went to the Avalanche. He had 19 points in 34 games in his QMJHL year. His hometown was Halifax, Nova Scotia. He played for the Halifax Mooseheads team. So his hometown team basically is who he played for. He stands 6'1" and weighs 195 pounds. Halifax coach Eric Lukes said that he conducts himself, he acts and he talks like an adult, very mature. It's good to have a mature personality, and he made that 2017-18 QMJHL all-rookie team. Again, throwing that resume for him. That's good. He missed 3 months last season with a blood clot. I believe maybe that's why he fell as much as he did. But he seems like he's a really good defenseman. He's not going to be a huge point producer is what they're saying. But he went 25th overall. Maybe they give him some time in the minors. Maybe they don't. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, Blues on the clock. 26th overall. 2017, they had Robert Thomas. 2017, they also had Kim Costin. I haven't seen Costin come over yet, I don't think. 2018, they had Dominic Bach. I think that's how you say it, right? He's the right winger, 25th overall. They had no pick in 2019 because, of course, they were the Stanley Cup champions, and they traded that last pick to get Ryan O'Reilly from the Buffalo Sabres. Ryan Johnson is who Buffalo ended up taking, but notable first picks are Tarasenko, Thomas, Oshie, and so they have some pretty good first-round picks that they taken. Jacob Perreault was supposed to go 21st overall. He slid to number 26. William Wallander, they could go Jason Petroka, could go Noel Gunler, Maverick Bork, Riley Gregg, center. So they have some options here. These guys are definitely going to be AHL kind of players, I believe. Maybe Perreault has a chance at not starting in the AHL. I think these guys are going to be sent down to the AHL. Sadly, it's just the reality of it.
Well, I don't know about him going back there or not. It's going to be an enticing negotiation. Don't forget Jay Bogmeister either. Jay Bogmeister probably not coming back, and that's a problem. Those 2 guys in your top 4.
Yeah, big time talent, core guys playing the way that the Blues
So who do you think the Blues pick? I think maybe they go defense here.
The 26th selection in the 2020 NHL draft will be made by St. Louis Blues General Manager Doug Armstrong.
Doug Armstrong is picking.
The St. Louis Blues select from Edmonton, Jake Neighbors.
Jake Neighbors, okay. He's a left winger. I think this may be a little bit of reach. He made his WHL debut in 2017 at 15 years old. He hails from Andre, Ontario. He played for the Edmonton Oil Kings. His height is 5'1", and his weight is 195 pounds. He mounts his game after Matthew Tkachuk. Hopefully he's not going to get suspended and being an agitator like he is. I really want to like Jake Neighbors. He says, when I'm finishing checks and being a bit of a pass, that's where I'm playing my best. That's his quotes. So yeah, I think this could be a definite reach, but also he's an undersized guy, so he could have slid. He could have been way below. He won a silver medal with Canada at the 2019 Pink Gretzky Cup. So he definitely has a little bit of hardware coming in. Congratulations, Jake Neighbors. Game picked in the first round, 26th overall to the St. Louis Blues. Oh, they also said that he is a competitive second to third line guy. That's always good to have. So look forward to that. Madden is picking. Anaheim is now on. The pick is in.
The Anaheim Ducks are excited to select from the Starnia Sting, Jakob
Pote. Okay, so Pote is finally here. He's a right winger, first round, 27th overall. To Anaheim Ducks is where he went. He scored 30 goals as a 16-year-old rookie in 2018-19. His hometown is Montreal, Quebec. His team is the Starnia Sting of the OHL. His height is 5'11". His weight is 192 pounds. He grew up in Chicago and played youth hockey for the Chicago Mission. So, his father, Yannick Kruk, played 859 NHL games from 1993 to 2008. He was coached by former NHL players Jared Hasher and David Legwand in Sarnia. Legwand, that's a good player. And he is quoted as saying, "I think I have a similar game to Brock Besser." Go compare yourself to other guys. First round picks for the Ducks tonight were Jamie Drysdale and Brook. So congratulations, Jakob Brook. You have been officially picked after a big slide. Ottawa is on the clock right now at number 28 overall. They have taken Jake Sanderson today. And they have about 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Again, I'd like to reiterate, please feel free to follow my social medias. You can find them on the Athletic website, as well as nrichards_86 is my personal Twitter. I also have a personal Discord, which is WaterThunder567, and my personal Instagram is also WaterThunder567. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please follow everything you can. It would be greatly appreciated. That being said, definitely not required to do that.
JJ Peterka scored 4 goals. On 3 of them, Tim Stützle was the key setup guy. I don't know, he might want to look for a little bit of German chemistry, and certainly JJ Peterka would qualify. But
JJ Peterka, John Jason Peterka, left winger. He was supposed to go at 23. It is now picked 28, so he's slid as well. A lot of guys are sliding. I kind of figured that out. A lot of guys are sliding.
With the 4 second-round picks coming up too, this is really significant for the future of their organization.
So under maybe they can go for roll under. Just let's go 27. 15 seconds left. 12. 10 seconds left. And the pick is in. 7, 6, 5, 4. Pick is in. I don't know whether I stopped the clock though. Who do you think Ottawa takes? And as you guys can probably guess by now, Arizona does not have a first-round pick this year. They have traded it away, I believe, in the Taylor Hall trade. That's where that was from.
Will be making the 28th selection in the first round of the 2020 NHL draft.
With the 28th selection, the Ottawa Senators are proud to select from Brandon of the WHL, Ridley Craig.
The Wheat Kings have another guy. Ridley Craig, center from the Brandon Wheat Kings, 20th overall to the Ottawa Senators. I like this pick a lot. He's from Lethbridge, Alberta. His team is the Brandon Wheat Kings, as I keep saying, of the WHL. His height is 5'11", and his weight is 163 pounds. He made his WHL debut with Brandon 2017 as a 15-year-old person. Non-binary person. His father, Mark, played 9 seasons and is the scout for the Flyers this year. So he has a little bit of an NHL guy, and his father scouting for the Flyers. I kind of told him not to draft me. So he didn't want to play for his father. He mouths the game after Claude Giroux's. So congratulations, Senators. You now have a good core of Tim Sussel, Jake Sanderson, and Ridley Craig for first-round talents. And they have 4 different second-round picks as well. So there's that. So congratulations, Greg. And I hope everything goes for you well. Okay, about 50 seconds left for the Vegas Golden Knights to trade. 16-4. So Fleury's definitely going to be traded. Maybe they take a goalie here. Maybe they take him a little later. I don't see any good goaltenders on the 4 days one. There were 2. One obviously got picked by the Predators. I have really no idea what the other one went. I wasn't really paying attention to that. My bad. But JJ Penraka definitely could be taken here. Vegas is picking. They're not trading.
With the 29th selection in the first round of the entry draft, Vegas Golden Knights are pleased to select from the Chicago Steel of the USHL forward Brendan Brisson.
Brendan Brisson is today, not JJ. Okay, Brisson. He had 59 points in 45 games for Chicago Steel in 2019-20 in the USHL. That's really good. I wasn't expecting that. His hometown was Manhattan Beach, California. His team is the University of Michigan at the NCAA. Brendan Brisson, who's the center. He was 5'10", and he has 179 pounds to his name. And he had 59 points in 45 games. We already went over this. He began youth hockey career with Los Angeles Kings, and his father, Pat, is a sports agent and co-head of hockey division CAA. He made the 2019-20 first team All USHL and Rookie of the Year. Pretty good. Second American player drafted tonight. Not a lot of Americans being drafted tonight. This is 29th overall. Congratulations, Brendan Brisson, being drafted to the Golden Knights, 29th overall in the first round. Fun fact about Brisson, his father is an NHL agent and represents several big names, such as Patrick Kane, Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, and a bunch of others. But those are just the 3 biggest names to me. So he's definitely got an inside track on the guys and how to play. This could turn out to be a really big steal pick late in the rounds. Okay, Dallas is now picking. They are now up.
With the 30th selection of the 2020 NHL draft, the Dallas Stars select
Maverick Bork goes to the Dallas Stars, first round, 30th overall.
Bork the pick here. The center of the 30th selection.
He's a centerman. He's from Plessisville, Quebec. He played with the Shawinigan Characters. I have no idea how to say that one. The team name, my bad, but it's Blackhawks basically. He is 5'10" and he weighs 178 pounds. He has 71 points in 49 games from 2019-20, which he broke an arm in February, so he very well could have gotten 100 points. He was on the 100-point total mark. This is a really, really amazing pick for Dallas. They get a really good steal on the guy. He probably, with that point total, he should have gone a lot bigger. I mean, his junior high coach said his vision allows him to be 2-3 seconds ahead of the play. And he plays on the same, he played on the same line as Xavier Bork, a top 2021 draft prospect. So, congratulations, Maverick. Okay, so I'm gonna do the full time here. Guess what? Last pick of the night, 31st overall, is San Jose Sharks. Ryan Markley was their first rounder in 2018. 21st overall there. They did not have one in 2019. So 2020, they have another one. Their notable first rounds are Patrick Marleau in 97, just 7 Logan Couturier, Thomas Hurdle in 2012 and Timo Meyer in 2015. I think they might be going JJ Peruka here, the German-born left winger, because he was supposed to go 23rd. It is now 31, so it's about 7 picks he split, just like Hendricks. I think that there's no question that they should be taking him here. 2:35 left on the clock for them to pick. I don't think that they should be taking it long. First overall pick was acquired in 2000 and this year from Tampa Bay and Barkley Goodrow. They acquired Devin Dubnyk yesterday from Minnesota for a 3rd-round pick, or as a 5th round. In 2017, they had Josh Norris in the 19th overall. So yeah, they have a full tank. Almost 2 minutes left for them to pick. Again, should not be really taking long. I think that if a guy is going 23rd and you're at 31, you have to take him because there's a reason he's there. If he slides down to the 2nd round, it's going to be a giant steal for the Rangers, who I believe have that first pick in that 2nd round. Maybe it has to be something. There has to be something wrong with JJ Peruka.
Just a little bit remaining before we get back to the commissioner.
1 minute, 30 seconds remaining.
So this is it. You know, you're a player, you want to get drafted, you want to say that you're a first rounder, 1 pick left. Greg and Bob, I send it back to you. Give me 1 guy right now that stands out.
John Jason Paterka. They drafted Marco Sterling.
Sorry, I'm just touching out my
Not
there. 1 minute and 10 seconds left.
I'm actually surprised that our list is held up as well as it has, given the pandemic and the uneven scouting process that's gone on. So at this point, I would suggest that I gotta believe that somebody maybe off the board, somebody that's not at 31 is much more likely to end up with this final pick.
The record I never did do for a moment. So I knew we go to the commissioner
Okay.
right now. I'm a big first round.
Pick is in. Pick is in. Last pick of the 1st round.
The San Jose Sharks Director of Amateur Scouting, Doug Wilson Jr.
Doug Wilson's making the pick.
The 31st pick of the 2020 NHL Draft.
The San Jose Sharks are proud to select from the Prince Albert Raiders,
Prince Albert.
Ozzy Weisblood.
Ozzy Weisblood is the guy taken here. Weisblood from Prince Albert. He was number 40 ranked prospect by Bob McKenzie. Hometown is Calgary, Alberta. He played for Prince Albert Raiders. He is 5'9", and he is 183 pounds. He led Prince Albert to a 18 to 19 WHL championship. Again, a great player here. JJ Peruka is probably going to be in the 1st round. Going to be in the 2nd round now.
We have now concluded the 1st round.
That was the last one. He has 3 brothers, Ocean, other people. Best friend is ASL and prospect. Jake Neighbors he was a right winger. Quite flat. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Please do not forget to follow me on my social media. Again, my personal Twitter is nrichards_86. Please make sure to follow that and follow everything. And just thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.